So if you're watching this video, essentially what I'll be doing is just trying to get the little monkey in your brain activated without a deadline. And of course, I'm sure you know that I'm talking about procrastination. And procrastination is like, I think, one of the biggest topics on the internet and also in the self improvement world. Like self-help, everyone is just trying to find out how to cure procrastination. And it's something that I've personally struggled with, and I've really struggled. Like I've been trying to find like all sorts of cures for this, but over time, and I've struggled with it for maybe 7 years. Over time, what I've discovered is that at the end of the day, there is no real cure apart from to like just get out there and figure out the underlying reason why you keep on procrastinating. Yeah, so it's usually you procrastinate because of some reason. It's not really laziness, or it's not really laziness. It's usually maybe fear or some other aspects within your mind. So it could be maybe trying to be too perfect, imposter syndrome. Maybe your work is not interesting enough, and all those things. So this is how we get the the little monkey in your brain working without deadlines. And so personally, deadlines were like the major way I used to get motivated. But then the problem was, if you're a procrastinator, you wait till pretty much the last day to start doing anything, and then you want to tackle a problem which like work which will require like 2 weeks. You want to do it in one night. So of course you suffer like burnout and all these adverse things. And I'm sure you're seeing I'm reading from a paper right now, and that's also one of the ways that I've used to cure my procrastination, and that's trying to be too perfect. Like I'm sure you know, like every YouTube video right now you see is like super well edited, like great lighting and all these amazing effects and everything. Putting out a video like this to the world is like, I don't know, I've never seen it happen for a while. So one of the things which was stopping me, because I'm a perfectionist, was the desire to be perfect. And if you watched, like, I think one of my first videos, like I took the time to really perfect everything, and had to go down into editing. I think it took me like maybe 2 days just editing that video, getting the lighting right and everything. But after that video, like I think I went maybe 6 months without doing another one because of how tiring that work was. So I started associating the horrible aspects of helping people, of putting out a video. That's what I was associating. Like I'm a creator, and I didn't want to have to start doing that editing stuff. Like I would rather outsource that. And right now I haven't yet found an editor, and I just decided to just be putting out the imperfect videos. As long as the information gets communicated, that's the most important thing. So to assist you with getting rid of that and not having to work with deadlines are super effective, by the way. If you can get deadlines in, just throw them in. They're a real way to get yourself started with procrastination, because you might not fear yourself, because that's a lack of accountability, but at least you fear some deadline. Maybe there's a penalty to not doing your work. You get sanctioned at work, or your boss will yell at you, or maybe you'll get fired. All those are motivators, but you don't want those to be your motivators. You want to be able to do your work, working like it's deadline day without the deadline. So it's about creating that habit. And before we continue, if you're getting any value, please make sure you subscribe to the channel and like the video. It really helps with the algorithm. And just so you know, like I'm celebrating 50 subscribers, and I've achieved this feat strangely within 30 days. Like I've been on a 30-day challenge. So that's also part of how I'm defeating the procrastination of putting out my YouTube videos. So I'll get into that like very shortly. But thank you so much for your support. It really means a lot to me, and I hope to continue putting out videos, and hopefully soon I get an editor so you can get the best of me without the arms and the other stuff where I trail off with my thoughts and things like that. Yeah, so stick with the channel and let's grow together. Now, we need to understand that there's no perfection. So for every perfect video, I think you would know that there's like maybe 10 days or 10 hours put into it by different people to just put it out there. So this is me just putting out a video for what I hope will be like maybe 8 minutes or whatever it is, and putting out my imperfection in the world, because there's no such thing as perfection. Each and every of those creators you see struggles with a lot of things that you might not be aware about. So this is just the harsh truth. We're human beings. Imperfection is part of us. Let's learn to embrace it. Don't let it stop you from doing whatever is important to you. So if something is super important to you, then just go out there, put it out imperfectly. Trust me, the more you keep on doing that, you get into the habit. So creating the habit is the most important thing. So when you get into the habit of putting out things imperfectly and doing it consistently, then now you've created a habit and you always show up. So that's the most powerful habit I've gained over the past 30 days. And yeah, I've pretty much done it without missing a day or two. Yeah, I think at the most maybe I've just missed one day. And that's something I never knew. Like I'm approaching like maybe 50 videos on YouTube, and I never thought I would get here. And I also never thought I would achieve like 30 subscribers within a short time. So moving on, the first thing to do if you wanna like really defeat that procrastination is to start big. Yeah, so start big, and that's for a reason. So Newton's first law of motion states that if an object is at rest, then to continue being at rest, and unless it's an outside force is applied. Similarly, if it's moving at a certain speed, it will continue at that speed unless another force is applied. So you want to start big to just like cover that inertia, the initial takeoff, yeah, to get rolling. So once you're rolling, you continue rolling unless something stops you. So that's a good part about starting big, because if you start off with really good momentum, it'll keep on for a while, and you'll just be like rolling at that speed until something stops you. And the next thing is to don't aim for perfection. Like just keep developing the habit. That's the first thing. So develop the habit of just showing up, consistency, and not procrastinating. And then eventually you get to a point where you'll be disgusted by your imperfect stuff, and you start improving the quality. So that's another level of growth. And by that time, you would be consistent with whatever it is, and you'd have seen the results, and all that will help you. And the other thing to do is to help you with creating the habit is to make sure that you start off with the challenge. So for me, like this was like my 30-day challenge. So I started off with I'm supposed to put out a video every day for 30 days. So this is, I think, about my 30th day, I think. Yeah, I've been putting out videos for the past month, so yay to me. And I feel great because like there's just something about showing up, and also just knowing that you've held yourself accountable, like a milestone. It keeps on inspiring you, and once you get into that rhythm, it's the gift that keeps on giving. So I encourage you to just like start off big, don't aim for perfection, and just go on a 30-day challenge. By the time you get to day 30, trust me, you won't want to stop, because you'd have seen like so much results, and there's so many people I've helped with this 30-day challenge thing, and once they see that result, the results in there, like they keep on keeping on. Yeah, so the next thing that I want to say is that I think I've watched some channels say that procrastination is actually usually not due to laziness or anything. It's like a form of coping. It's like a form of depression. I don't want to be that dark or negative, but yeah, it's a way of coping. So whatever it is that you're suffering from, it's procrastination is just showing you the surface level of whatever is keeping you there. So like trying to identify that can help. Personally, it could be maybe your work is not motivating enough, or maybe you're there's something else like really, really beyond, like imposter syndrome or things like that. Like um, those are the things which you have to deal with. So dealing with imposter syndrome is like, I think, the hardest thing, because you keep on chewing at yourself and thinking like, no, you're an imposter, you're not good enough, and you don't have the credibility to be talking to people about things that you don't know about. But that's all like rubbish talk, really. So just get in front of whatever it is that you're supposed to be doing. If it's a camera, get in front of the camera. If it's your work, just show up, go make that presentation, go talk to that client, whatever it is. Like write that tape, start writing that book, like whatever it is, just do it for 30 days. Like get on a 30-day challenge. Your imposter syndrome will go, because by that time you'd have seen, oh, if it's writing a book, then like, oh, okay. And then some people will be giving you feedback. Oh, this is really good. This is really good. Maybe making some suggestions. And you'll find out that not everybody's out to get you. In fact, nobody cares. Yeah, I think that's the most uplifting feeling for me. Like I put out an imperfect video, and so far nobody has really complained about it. Like, of course, there'll be a lot of people swiping away, and they say that could hurt your channel, but I'm really about helping people, and this is something I've struggled with for years. And if I found out something which kind of works for me, then I'm sure maybe there's something that I know or which I've stumbled upon which can help you. Yeah, so somebody else. Like, it's really more about like just helping other people. Don't really go about it for perfection or the wrong motivations. Yeah, like just be fine with yourself. You're not an imposter. If you're doing something, chances are it's valuable to people, and if it's valuable to even just one person, that's okay. So if only one person watches this video, thank you for watching this video. I really appreciate one human being to the other. We're flawed, very flawed. Maybe I'm more flawed than anybody I know, and we're really harsh with ourselves. So just take the time to be kind to yourself. It's good that you already have a goal. Most people don't. It's good that you're trying to improve yourself. Like, trust me, if you just do that every day for the next maybe 2, 5, 3 years, whatever it is, you will become a better person and you'll grow to that level of success. I promise. Just keep on showing up, keep on wanting to be better, just 1% better every day. That's it. You don't have to do much. Just that is enough. And the other thing which people, I think, procrastinate for is the fear of failure. So I was actually talking to somebody today about how they have this fear of failure. Yeah, so as somebody who's failed like at a lot of things, I can tell you that the more you fail, the more confident you get. Yeah, so it's just about like bouncing back from that failure and continuing and just seeing some growth, like just getting some feedback from the world that you're good for something. That's very empowering. So like you achieve one thing, maybe you put out one article or whatever it is, and people appreciate that, then you feel a bit more happier or more confident, and you go on to do a bit more. Yeah, you graduate from school, maybe you complete your course, you do a short skills course, maybe graphic design or whatever it is, and you get that certification. You get a bit confident. So when those things add up and then they start piling up, then your confidence will grow with that, and you stop fearing failure, because once you fail, then you notice, I'm fine. Like, I always give examples of a baby. Like, babies, I don't know, they fall like maybe 30 times a day, probably more, and they just get up. As long as you don't show fear as an adult, like they won't even know anything has happened. It's just like, this is normal. And eventually they stop falling. And the stopping of the falling, I think, is probably like the maturity. Then now they start getting scared of falling like adults. So whenever an adult falls, it's like a big deal. But for babies, yeah, just how it is. So when you're starting out, be okay with failing. Like, just be free. Like, yeah, don't aim for perfection. And I think the perfection is somehow linked to our academics, because at school, like, you have to get everything right. But life doesn't work that way. We are so patient with babies, and we know that they'll grow eventually, they'll start running. So even you, eventually you will grow and you will start running. It's going to get to that point at some point. Yeah, so don't worry, growth is there. Yeah, so procrastination, other helpful tips, I think I've gotten some from like some books like Atomic Habits, and also Ali Abdaal. Ali Abdaal recommends making your work a bit more pleasurable. So you know how when it's time to work, you're like, ah, but when it's time to play, it's like, yay. Yeah, so you you try to make your work fun. Like if you can make your work fun, like me showing up for this video, I'm having so much fun right now with myself talking to you guys, and it's so fun. Like you can, I'm sure you can feel the excitement. Like I can do this without getting paid for it forever because I just love teaching. So you find work which is like that, or just try to incorporate, just make your work a bit more fun. Like maybe use earphones as you're working so that you have that nice music, or snacks. Put a snack, give yourself a snack every time you do something nice. Like just try and make your work a bit more pleasurable. That's at least Abdal's formula, and I kind of agree with it because when I'm working, I would play like Beethoven or Mozart. Yeah, because like the whole experience is like really pleasurable. If I totally like don't feel like working, then I would play like hip hop so that I'm up tempo and there, and I'm excited about my work. You know, yeah. Of course, it takes away a bit of the concentration, but it's better than not showing up. So I hope maybe that can be helpful for you. And the other, I think there's something else I stumbled upon called the 2-minute rule. Yes, I think it's from either Atomic Habits or I don't know where I got it, but it simply says that if your task which you're trying to put off is going to take like 2 minutes and less to do, yeah, 2 minutes or less, then just do it immediately. Yeah, because it's a very small task, so you're as well just better off doing it immediately. So that will get you in that rhythm, and you continue doing it. Yeah, and then the other one is to remove the friction between your task and whatever. So if it's like working and you have to maybe work from the other room or whatever it is, maybe you have to open a laptop or get some files, whatever it is. So just set yourself in such a way that all those barriers to your work are already done away with as you're approaching, so that you just get there and you just get on your desk. So yeah, open your computer, switch it on, leave the page there where you'll be starting to work. Like just, yeah, get that out the way, and yeah, just remove as many barriers to whatever it is, so that you just get up from there and automatically you're there. If it's working out before you sleep, and if you're working out in the morning, you just put your gym clothes right next on your bed right there, or in a chair somewhere, and your gym shoes or whatever it is, you just put them out there, and so that when you wake up, the stuff is right there. You already know, you're just getting in and you're hitting the door. Yeah, so the truth is you don't need much motivation. You just need a bit more action, and yeah, just the start. Like most of these things, it's like just the start. Like once you get out the door, you're going on a run. So you just have to get out the door. So if you can just remove the friction so that you get out the door, then I promise you'll be fine. And with that said, that's all I had for you today. I hope that Panic Monkey doesn't have to start panicking because you're only motivated by deadlines anymore. Yeah, maybe we can erase it altogether, and you just become a bit more productive and much better. By the way, there's one last tip which I learned actually from a book called Mini Habits. I forgot the author's name, but he started off creating the habit by doing, he wanted to work out for 30 minutes, but he started off by doing just one push-up. Like, so he just told himself, like, I just want to do like one push-up, because he couldn't get that discipline. So when you say, okay, one push-up, that's ridiculously low. So automatically you're likely to do it. And that's how he got down there, did his push-ups. Of course, he didn't do one, he did maybe 10 or whatever it is, but every day he'll just tell himself, let me just do one. Whenever you're feeling demotivated, like you just do one, just that tiny push-up. If you're a writer like me, then just one paragraph, or just the introduction, like, or yeah, just the title maybe, if that's too much. Like, yeah, so you just want to break down your work into like smaller chunks and just do the tiniest bit. I promise you won't do just that tiny bit. You'll obviously do a bit more, but don't force yourself so that it becomes uncomfortable. Like, just be okay with doing something very small, and then doing something smaller again, small again, maybe the same size tomorrow, and then you'll find that you're creating the habit. So creating the habit is more important than doing like the full actual work. Yeah, so the habits are more powerful because habits are what drive us. You want yourself to get just into a phase where, like for me right now, it's like 16 hours. I already start thinking about a video. Like, okay, what am I going to be talking about today? And yeah, like you want to get to that phase. And when you do get to that phase, it's very empowering and it's hard to stop because you've created a habit. So it's now like, oh, okay. And then your old self is like really been severely weakened and you're creating this powerful new person. And with that, I hope I've assisted you and I'll see you guys in the next video. I've done actually some other videos on procrastination, so you can just look out for them, and I hope they'll be helpful. I'll see you again. Bye.